Good morning. I'm in the parking lot of my doctor's office to go in for a non-stress test, which is basically where they put the baby on the heart rate monitor for a while. I count kicks for like 20 minutes, and they see if I'm having any contractions. I've only had to do 2 of these, like one a couple weeks ago, then this one, so we'll see. But I thought I would take you guys along this week for this appointment and then my appointment on Thursday, and then also give you guys an update on what's been going on, because a lot is going on. A lot. I am 35 weeks this week, and at 33 weeks, at 33 weeks, I came in for a scheduled ultrasound. I started getting ultrasounds every week at 30 or 31 weeks, and so I went in for my ultrasound, and she was like, "Oh, your levels are low. Let me talk to the doctor real quick, and let's see, like, what she wants you to do." So I went in with my doctor, and she said the week before at my ultrasound, my amniotic fluid was at 17 centimeters, and that week they had dropped to 3 centimeters, so really, really low. So we checked to see if my water had broke, and it hadn't. If I had an infection, like anything like that, nothing. Everything came out fine. We did a non-stress test then. That was my first one. He passed with flying colors, was moving really well, heart rate was really good, all that jazz. So, everything but the fluid issue has been happening, basically. So, I was really nervous, obviously, but in general, like, all of his tests were good. So, I was just trying to focus on that as a positive. And then, that Friday night, I was laying on the couch. Cody and I were watching TV, and I realized I hadn't felt him move. And that was definitely something that they were talking about paying attention to, was his movements. And he wasn't moving, so that morning I went in, I called my doctor was actually on call, so I called in, and she said, go ahead and go up to the hospital. Went up to the hospital, he still wasn't moving the whole drive in, and I was like, come on, like, I ate breakfast, everything, he wasn't moving. And then I get up here, and they get me on the heart rate monitor, and or the heart, whatever, the monitors, and his heart rate was like a little, she just said it wasn't, for me just sitting there, his heart rate wasn't getting like excitable. So they did a sonogram, and then he was moving around, and then after the sonogram he started moving around, and then his movements have been really good ever since then. So that happened not last weekend but the weekend before. And then I went in last Tuesday for a sonogram. My fluids had went up to an 8, so that was really, really good. And then my Thursday appointment, my fluid was at a 6. So on Thursday, my doctor informed me that if this week they do not go up, so this week my doctor informed me that if they stay the same, or if they drop, that I will be induced next week, which I'll be 36 weeks next week. Yeah. So I'm hoping that I've drank enough water that my fluids are up, but I don't know for sure, obviously. So I just want to give you guys that quick update. Hopefully that makes sense. I think I'm missing some piece of information because so much stuff has happened, but let's go up to the appointment because it's at 8:30 and it's 8:20 right now. And then we'll just go from there. Obviously I also have a cold this week, so I'm just loads of fun right now, like loads of fun. Okay, so I didn't get to film any of that because the nurse had to stay in there the whole time and hold the heart rate monitor because the baby kept like moving basically like back and forth, and he was so active, which was really good. So we passed that test. Everything looked good. I didn't even have to talk to my doctor. She looked over the thing, and then the nurse came back out and said, you're good. So Thursday is our next appointment, which will be an ultrasound and an appointment. Thursday will be the true test to know if we're having the baby next week or not. but he's doing really well right now, so that's a positive. So yeah. So I guess if anything happens between now and Thursday, I'll let you know, but for sure Thursday I'll update you guys on what's going on with that. I need a nap now. I'm so tired, but I have to go to work. Bye. Happy Thursday. I got no sleep last night. We are about to go into the doctor's appointment where we find out if we're having the baby next week or not. I have been so anxious all week about this, obviously, for good reason. I'm just ready to, honestly, I'm just ready to know. Like, I just want to know one way or the other, if it's happening or if it's not. Obviously, I'm still sick. I'm not feeling the best. I feel better than I did earlier this week, but still not feeling 100%. And I sound terrible. But yeah, I'm just ready to know. I just want to know. I will try to show you guys if, I'm going to try to show you guys the ultrasound if I can, or certain things with the appointment if I can. Obviously, I feel bad I didn't get to show you guys the NST on Tuesday, but the nurse was in there the whole time. I think I said that, but I did want to show you guys what that looked like, but it's just awkward. I don't like filming or asking people or any of that stuff. It's like, I want to do it on the sly. Couldn't really do that when she was standing there holding it on my stomach the whole time. But, yeah. So, okay. Here we go. I'm nervous. Okay, so really good news. We're not having the baby next week. She was like, oh, I thought you were going to be kind of bummed. I'm like, yeah, physically I'm like done, but I'm really happy we're not having the baby next week. I just, mentally I'm not prepared, and I didn't want him to come that early, so we're just going to have to do week by week. Like, 36 weeks is good, so we're not having him at 36 weeks. Next week at my appointments, it could change to we're having him at 36 weeks or 37 weeks. If we don't have to have him 37 weeks, then I will be going in for my induction and having him October 1st, which was Kaysen's due date, so that's pretty funny. So yeah, I'm really happy right now. Okay, it is Friday now. I thought I would get on here real quick. I think the plan for the rest of this video, since we're not having a baby next week, thank gosh, I'm going to update you guys on the rest of my symptoms. I'm going to show you guys like the rest of this weekend, and just kind of document the rest of 35 weeks, but more vlog style than sit down style. Obviously, I've been just talking to the camera most of this video, but yeah, so I do want to talk real quick about the emotional, just like ups and downs of the past couple of weeks, because it's just been like, it seems like one thing after another, and or every time I go into the doctor's office, like something is going on, like something else is happening, or we don't know what's going on, why is this happening? So the biggest thing is I just wanted him to continue to bake. Sorry, obviously I have a cold, so I'm a mess, but I just wanted him to continue to grow and develop and get stronger. Whenever I went in at 33 weeks and my fluid was really low, she did have me go ahead and get the steroid shot for helping develop his lungs, just in case he came on his own or we had to induce early, like much earlier. So we did do that. Thankfully, I think he's still going to be able to have plenty of time to grow normal without being delivered early, like too early. We already knew I was going to be delivering at 38 weeks again because of my gestational diabetes. I don't think I mentioned that yesterday, but Kaysen was also delivered at 38 weeks. So we already knew that part. And Kaysen was obviously perfectly fine. Everything was healthy with him. My induction was really good. But the thought of him of the baby, I almost said his name. The thought of this baby coming early was just really nerve-wracking. Even at 36 weeks, I know there's tons of women who have babies at 36 weeks that come on their own and don't need any NICU time, don't have any issues, and I feel like, that would have been us, especially with getting the steroid shot already, and he's a bigger baby in general. I just, you just want him to stay, you just want to make sure they're continuing to develop. So, my anxiety was really high yesterday, just waiting for the appointment, and I'm just really glad that everything worked out so far, and we can know that we have this weekend and for sure next weekend with Kaysen, because also weird thing that happens when you go to have your next baby, you start having like this weird mom guilt about your first, about your, like, how your first is going to handle everything, how you're going to handle everything, and still make sure you have you set time out for your first child, make sure they still feel loved, and you just have all these emotions about having your next one, and it's really strange, like, and the closer and closer you get, like, the stronger and stronger they get. So with those emotions, which I know are normal, I've seen so many moms having their next baby feel this way and talk about this, which I'm thankful that I feel like now in today's society, moms in general are being very much more open about the emotional roller coaster that is motherhood just in general, and I think it's so important that we do that and that we keep the lines of communication open between all of each other, because motherhood can feel really lonely, and sometimes your feelings that you're feeling, you kind of feel ashamed for feeling them, and you're like, it's just weird. So anyways, but also on top of just those normal feelings, Kaysen's second birthday is the 21st, which is next Saturday. And so I'm like, if we're going into the hospital next week, we'll be possibly coming home on that Saturday, and, I'm going to be a hot mess. I just still wanted him to have his time. We're not having his birthday party anymore still. My husband's just like, no, it's too much stress on you. Like, let's just chill out. But I am bummed about that because, I know Kaysen doesn't know. He's only 2. He'll only be 2. But you just still feel this, like, weird mom guilt about it. And it's just, like, it's just weird. So, I am glad, though, that we'll still have that weekend together. And we can really just focus on Kaysen and really kind of soak in that weekend together. I think that'll be really good. So I just want to jump on here and kind of talk through that for a second, because I know yesterday's clips were pretty quick. I was trying to leave the doctors and go get Kaysen and get home and all that. So yeah, I guess I'll just show you guys a few clips from this weekend, and then at some point kind of just talk to you guys, like, finish up updating you guys on what 35 weeks like felt like physically, because boy, am I tired. But yeah, and then we're taking maternity pictures on Sunday, so I'll show you guys some of that too. Yeah, video changed, but that's life, so oh well. Best way to start your Friday, a visitor. Riff, what are you doing, baby girl? Come here. You're so fluffy. You're so fluffy. Good morning. She loves her butt scratched. And they're so funny. Silly girl. Reveille. Could not be any happier to be home, sitting on the couch, watching TV. Yeah. Are you happy to be home? Is that your dog? So happy. Are you chasing the dog with a box? Hey, be sweet. Be sweet to your dog. Okay, Sid. No, no, no. Oh, we had to come lay in bed. Like I'm having some contractions and lightning crotch. Is that what it's called? Your baby brother's giving me a hard time, Bubba. Alright, Saturday. We just went and picked up some furniture for the house that we got made. We had some we have a space, I'll show you guys when we get home and we set it up. But we have like a really weird space in our house. It's like, I couldn't find a table that was already done that we liked. So I found a guy in Richmond, which is kind of out towards Houston, who makes custom, tables. So they were ready to pick up, so we went and picked them up, and now we stopped at Buc-ee's. Cody's in getting something to drink. Since I have good old gestational diabetes, can't really have anything in Buc-ee's that I would normally get, like a Rice Krispie treat or beaver nuggets or all the good things that I really wish I could have. So I didn't even go in because I'm like, nope, nope. Last night I, like I said, was having some contractions and definitely that lightning crotch pain, which sounds weird, but it's not very comfortable. And this morning I was having some pains too. So, very interesting. I didn't really have any of that with Kaysen, so I don't know. I think we're gonna go home, get this stuff set up. We need to run in town at some point, and then the Aggies are playing tonight, so whoop. It's all probably gonna be a pretty good, relaxing weekend. Happy Sunday morning. Last night, I didn't show you guys, but we went to Chewy's and Walmart, and I didn't even think to film. I kind of forgot I was doing this video, since this video turned into a vlog. Today we are taking maternity pictures, so I definitely want to show you guys that and us getting ready for that this afternoon. But this morning we're just going to be chilling around the house, doing chores, and just kind of getting ready for tonight. Do you want to come say something? Oh, your dog. Hold on. Can you say good morning? You wouldn't see yourself. You always want to see yourself, but then you leave. There you are. There you are. Say good morning. Where are these screws coming from? Really? Somebody helping me get ready for our pictures? And you took a very good nap today too, huh? I'm very proud of you. Hey, you love playing with mommy's stuff, huh? Yeah.